the world, making big things happen in a big, big way. The beautiful, the amazing, the absolutely phenomenal Miss Linda Tyler.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you so very much. I so appreciate you, Andrea. You are absolutely amazing. And we so thank you for all that you do and the great leader that you are. You are the best of the best. Thank you for all that you do and the great leader that you are. Am I echoing?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God. Hello?
Yeah, we hear you, superstar.
Okay, there we go. That should be better. Hopefully.
That's definitely better. Yeah, the echo is gone.
The echo, that was from Facebook. That is just so weird. I muted it, but I must have accidentally unmuted it. And I was like, oh my God, what is that? That is crazy. So thank you for all that you do and the great leader that you are. You're awesome and incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And good morning, Longevity Nation. Oh my gosh, what a spectacular day it is. Happy Thursday, happy Friday Eve. I hope you are just on a level of wonderfulness, right? Feeling great, doing great, being great, having what's great. Oh my gosh, you deserve that. And I'm so excited. With that being said, today we're talking about maximizing time. You know, my pastor talks about this all the time. He says, approach every moment like it owes you something. And he's like, maximize moments. Don't just let them pass you by. Make them intentional. And so when he told me that this is what he was going to talk about, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. How to maximize your time, how to really embrace those moments and use them to your advantage, because it's one of the only things that we can't get back. And so with that being said, oh my gosh, this guy is so near and dear to my heart. All that he does, I'm telling you, if you're not a certified holistic health coach, you need to be one. Him and of course, our Black Diamond ambassador, Cheryl Morley, they came together, put their heads together and came up with this fantastic program. I just signed up someone last month, Monica, and she has already done and completed the entire program. That's how amazing and epic the information is to allow you to go to the next level of life. And so definitely check that out and use that to your advantage, because the information will help you in every area of your life, not just being a certified holistic health coach, but he does that. He's a 5-star. I know he's going to be a Black Diamond ambassador any day now, but constantly taking us to the next level, inspiring us to succeed and go to a level of life we never thought possible. The incredible, the fantastic, my friend, my mentor. I love you dearly, Paul Croto. Good morning.
Good morning, Linda. It's so great to see you.
Good to see you.
So excited to be here, and congratulations on all your success with these calls. They're just absolutely fantastic and add so much value to people every single day. So unbelievable. And the best thing to do, like last night, I was kind of going to sleep. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to call. I got a little text message from Linda. I'm like, I got to call in. And, there's nothing like hearing Linda tell you a story, read you a book while you're in bed and just drifting off to sleep. So you're the last person I hear every night, Linda.
Oh, love you, Paul. Thank you.
All right, great. Well, tonight, speaking of night, we're going to be talking about sleep. It's one of the topics we'll be talking about, but this is as Linda mentioned, your time is so important. I mean, you got to value every minute. And, if when we look at things that are valuable in life, of course, there's health, but why do we want to be healthy? Because we want to do things, we want to make an impact. So time arguably is the most valuable thing we have, yet something that we don't pay enough attention to or don't really have a plan for. So as you know, I'm big on my 3-step system, which is plan, do, review. So the whole thing is planning it out. So we want to come up with a plan on how we're going to use our time. So I think this is going to be an extremely valuable class for people. I actually put the notes in there. So you can click on the notes and I use a program called Notion. So you go to notion.so, you can actually sign up for free. And it's a great place to be intentional about your personal growth. So I put all my personal growth notes into Notion, and you can always copy mine into your Notion and then make all the notes you want from that point forward on things that stick out to you. So today I'm going to go over Paul Croto's 30-30-40 time management plan. I've been working on this for 25 years. Been studying time management, how people use their time, why successful people are successful, why unsuccessful people are unsuccessful. And I've come up with this plan that is, really from all of my research, of course, is my own personal opinion, but this is the way to live life. This is how you should spend your time and use these valuable hours that we have. So speaking of which, not sure if you're fully aware of this, but there's 8,760 hours in 1 year. So I love New Year's Day. You get a brand new 8760. That's all those hours you can use to create an incredible life. So when you look at life, really you can break it down to just three categories. There's only three things you do with your time. Number one, you sleep. So let's talk about sleep first. Sleep is huge. I believe it needs to be 30% of your life needs to be spent sleeping. Not 31 and not 29. This is a very specific number. So it's 7 hours. If you sleep 7 hours a night for 7 nights a week, that's 49 hours. I usually sleep in a little bit on Sunday. So I get right around that 50 hours. That's the goal. I've seen massive success with people that have done that. Some people try to do 6, which I think is a little bit too little. 8. There's no one I know ever that's been successful sleeping 8 hours a day and still having a great life and building a great business and being able to do the things they want to do with their personal time. So I'm big on this 50 hours a week of sleep, which is 30% of your life. And I got a real important question to ask all of you. So what day of the year do people have the most car accidents and have the most amount of heart attacks in the United States? Put that in the chat there. See if anyone knows this answer. What day of the year do people get in the most car accidents and have the most amount of heart attacks? A couple of people said Monday. People say, New Year's Day. They say, there's a bunch of different answers I get on this, but it's actually the day that we spring forward, where we lose an hour of time, which typically means we lose an hour of sleep because we went to sleep at the same time. And then during the night, the clock went forward. So we lost an hour. And the day of the year that has the least amount of car accidents and heart attacks is the exact opposite day, the day we fall back and get an extra hour of sleep. 1 hour of sleep difference makes a 30% increase in car accidents and heart attacks. Just once a year that happens. So absolutely insane. And it happens every single year. It's an unbelievable chart. I'll be able to post that. Actually, I can post it in notes and show you the graph on that. That's absolutely incredible. So sleep is super important. So give me some tips on how to sleep correctly, or how to maximize this time of your life, this 30% of your life that you're going to spend. Number one is to use a device to track your sleep. I'm huge on either wearing an Apple Watch or a Fitbit, or Cheryl and I wear something called the Oura Ring that tracks our sleep. So we want to know not just how much sleep we're getting, but how good is it? And being here in Longevity, we are all about health. We're all about, different solving different problems with health. And I think one of the biggest problems absolutely is sleep. I think there's like 80 million people who have sleep disorders. It's an crazy high percentage of Americans, people around the world really, that have problems sleeping. So some keys I recommend before you go to bed, I recommend taking 6 of the HGH capsules. Cheryl and I have been doing that forever. And it just the days, if we ever do forget, we just don't feel as recharged as we do when we take it. So it's great for not only getting to deep sleep, but also recharging your body, because that's really why we're sleeping, is to get the recharge going. But those HGH capsules are magical. If you do have a problem sleeping or you want to get more deep sleep, the Sleepies is a great product that we have. You take 2 of those before you go to bed. Unbelievable results you get with that. So that's great. There's also a liquid BioNight, which is another option, but I would not take them both either. I really recommend the Sleepies first, and then you could also use the BioNight if you didn't want to use the Sleepies. We have a great spray that you can use if you didn't want to use either one of those products, called the Bliss Sleep Spray. So it's actually kind of a spray you spray in your mouth before you go to bed, and it really works well too. And it's more mild than the first 2 options. Also having an essential oil blend. We have an essential oil blend here at Youngevity called Good Night, which I recommend getting a diffuser, putting that in your diffuser, and just having that go for, an hour or 2 before. I know we shouldn't run it all night, but I think I live mine for like an hour, and it just helps me get into that deep sleep fast. And I sleep amazing with that essential oil. There's actually a combination of seven of our best essential oils for deep sleep in that Good Night blend. So it is a fantastic product. And we also have something called the Nature's Direct Enviro Air Sleep Formula and Pure Air Revitalizer bundle. So you can get those things, and that also does a great job at helping you relax and putting a great scent in the air. I also recommend the room being at 65 degrees. I've done a lot of research on this, on the optimal sleeping temperature, and it just about everyone agrees that 65 is the magic number. And I also am very big on listening to Delta sleep music. So Delta so our brains are always at different wavelengths throughout the day. So listening to this music, and I recommend just going to YouTube and typing in Delta sleep music. Actually, I type in Delta sleep music 428 hertz. So it's at a certain vibration to it as well. And I've been doing this for years, and I feel amazing in the morning when I do this. And there's like black screen versions. So I actually put it on my TV before I go to bed, play YouTube, but I can't see the TV. It is not brighter at all because it's called a black screen video. So those are my sleep tips. So that's 30% of your life is sleeping. The other another 30% of your life is working. So the average person works 40 hours a week for 50 weeks a year. So the average American works 2,000 hours per year, which would be 23% of their time. I just don't see people being massively successful with that. It's kind of like the people getting by, and I love the saying that to go from ordinary to extraordinary, to living an ordinary life, to living an extraordinary life requires extra. So how much extra time do you really need to be successful? So I after trial and error of every year I literally track my sleep. Track my time. I track my sleep too. And I'll go over some trackers that I use at the end of this call. But to work 30% of the time means 50 hours a week. So there's 168 hours in a week. 30% of that would be 50 hours. And again, I mentioned that there's 8,760 hours in a year, which equates to 2,628 hours of work, which would be 30%. Now I've worked over 3,000 hours a year, and I just felt burnt out. No matter how passionate you are about something, I personally, I'm more about balance in life than being a workaholic and putting in 80 hours. And the people that say they work 80 hours a week or whatever crazy number they come up with, are they really being effective for, 60, 70, 80 hours a week? There's just no way, in my opinion, that someone can pull that off. Anything over 3,000 is too much, in my opinion. And if you can't make a significant impact in the world with 2,628 hours a year, there's something you're doing wrong. So you want to, again, have quality time during that, but but not, once work's over with, work's over with. A good friend of mine, he literally, when he's done with his day, like powers down his cell phone, puts it in his desk drawer and locks the drawer. So, I mean, work is work, work is done, work is done. I mean, turn your computer off, turn your phone off. It's done. It's now you need to go into personal time, into family time, and put all of your attention there. So wherever you're at, put your attention there and you'll be successful. So we got this 50 hours a week we're going to work. So if you're working a job, that means you're coming home and you're working longevity 10 hours a week. Depends on how many hours you work in your job. Some people work part-time, whatever it is. The magical number for super successful people is right around 30% of your total time, which is 50 hours a week working. So what are we doing during these 2,628 hours? Well, and by the way, so that would be 628 hours of extra. That's more than anybody else or the average person works. And again, it's that extra that helps you go from ordinary to extraordinary. So my number one thing I ask people when we talk about their time spending working, and I use working in quotes because I just love what I do. I love doing this. I don't actually consider I'm working right now, but technically I guess I am. But the key is to answer this question first, which is, what is your definite purpose in life? I love this quote that says the two most important days of your life are the day you were born and the day you figure out why. I mean, you just figuring that out is so huge. I was put here on this earth to blank. You've got to be able to fill in that blank. Why were you put here? Most people are going to answer that as on this call is going to be to run an extremely successful health coaching business. That's what we do here. We run extremely successful health coaching businesses. We have a lot of coaches on our teams. We have a lot of clients in our business. So that's what I put here. Now the purpose, you have to come up with a purpose of what you're going to do with this work time. So my personal purpose is to help people around the world elevate their lives. I want to help all of you take your life to the next level. Hence this call, this topic, everything that I talk about has an underlining tone of a way to make your life better. Some people that I work with, they have their purposes. They say my purpose is to help people significantly improve their physical, emotional, mental, and financial health. I really feel that is what we do here at Longevity. And you can break this down. And this can be your purpose, and I'll actually copy and paste this into the chat here because I really recommend, if you're struggling with your purpose, use this one. My purpose is to help people significantly improve their physical, emotional, mental, and financial health. I mean, if you die doing that, you've lived a great life. I mean, you've those in my opinion are 4 critical areas of life that we can make a massive impact on for people. My next question to you is, do you have a plan in place on how you're going to live on purpose? It's great to say, oh, we're going to sit here and we're going to help elevate everyone's life and make everyone's life great. Oh, great. Well, how do you plan on doing that? So it's coming up with that plan. And that's, if you don't have a plan yet, as Linda mentioned, I highly recommend joining the Certified Holistic Health Coach program. I put a link there in the notes to go to instituteofholistichealth.com if you're not already a coach. And we not only coach you on how to be a health coach, but we coach you how to have a business plan and how to really use your time and what to do during those hours that you are working your health coaching business. Another question, the final question to ask about the work time is, have you started building your inner circle? And we talk about network marketing. That's what we're in. We're in network marketing. I want everyone to get rid of that marketing play, the thing for a moment, and just focus on network. We're building a network. Network all day long, meeting new people, talking to people on your contact list, and constantly touching people, constantly nurturing people. It's all about your network. And I really believe that this business, really any business, is built in 15-minute increments. So don't think about the 168 hours a week. It's too much to grasp. What am I going to do with the next 15 minutes? That is a question you should be asking yourself all day long. What am I going to do with the next 15 minutes? And you should have the answer to that already, because if you have to figure that out at that moment, you're in big trouble, because I actually had that figured out last night of what I'm going to do today. So I know what I'm going to do with my next 15 minutes because I already have it planned out. Last but not least, there's personal time. So there's 100% of your time, 30% sleep, 30% work. That leaves 40% for personal time, which is 67 hours a week. It's a lot of time to do personal time, and I love the balance in that, because you feel good when I get to the personal time. I feel good because I'm well rested, and I feel like I've made a major impact, a significant impact on the world. So now I'm going into my personal life feeling great. And at the Institute of Holistic Health, what we teach people to do is to become the best version of themselves. And the word best stands for something. It's an acronym for body, emotions, spirit, and thoughts. So during my personal time, the most important thing that I'm working on is my body. I'm taking my supplements. I'm working out, doing all the things that I need to do to stay in good shape and keep my health at 100%. Your emotions, your spirit, your thoughts, those are all things people struggle with. So we want to always work on becoming our best version of ourselves. And when you think of that, it'll help you remember, well, what's the best version of myself? It's body, emotions, spirit, and thoughts. So I'm spending time in my body, spending time working on my emotions. I'm spending time spiritually, reading scripture, and I'm working on my thoughts. What we think 60,000 thoughts a day. Why don't we come up with a list of thoughts that we should be thinking? So if you ever start thinking some negative ones, you can go back to your list of positive thoughts I should be thinking and read those. I read that list to myself probably 7, 8, 9 times a day. I go back to that list and reread it. These are the thoughts I want to have going in my mind all the time. So I spend time, as I mentioned, working out, meditating, reading and learning, do some mindset review. I reread my perfect story. I look at my vision board. I spend time planning and preparing. I spend time with my spouse, my family, my friends, go on vacations. I actually just recently took up golf as a hobby now. So that is something that I've added to my personal time. And listen, you can have a lot of fun with it's 3,500 hours a year of personal time. So, don't look at it as like, Paul's restricting my personal time. It's still a ton of time. And I found this to be the best balance, the 30-30-40 plan, to have the best balance of how you're using your time and where to allocate things. So I have a few things listed here in the chat. There's a program, and I'll put some links in here too. Define a good time tracking program. So there's one that I use on my computer for Macs. It's called Timing. There's one called Toggle. There's one called Timular, which is like a little device. I don't have it with me right now, but it's in the other room, that you can work in blocks of time and know, well, what block am I going to work in now? Am I going to work on, sleep? Or am I working on personal time? Or am I working on something in my business? So you can keep track of those things. And it's great. At the end of the day, you can see how you spend your time. You can go back and it tells you during the week, this is what you did during this week. And I can go back to any year of my life and look at how many hours did I spend sleeping? How many hours did I spend working? And how many hours did I spend on personal time? And I'm able to make adjustments that, whoa, I worked way too much. I'm going to work less and do more personal time, or I slept too much, or I slept too little. It's all about the review. So if you don't have the numbers, you can't go back and review and make adjustments. So it's super, super important to keep track of things. And I think you're just going to really enjoy your life and feel fulfilled when you divide up your time like this, in my opinion. Linda, back over to you.
Thank you so much, Paul. Wow, that was so amazing. I put the link in there again. You can click on that to get all the notes, which is awesome. Thank you for that, Paul. And I love the breakdown. I mean, and your tips on sleep. Oh my gosh, that's stellar. Okay, I'm going to listen to, because I listen to all kinds of things, different things that just go into my subconscious mind, but I'm going to listen to what you listen to. Hey, successful people leave clues. That's all I can say. If I were you, hey, everybody, you can copy the chat so you have all the notes, or you can just cut and paste it. Well, if you have a Mac, you can cut and paste. I do that. So, you could just cut and paste all the notes. But thank you so much. People are asking what are the name of the apps. I typed a few of them in. If you can copy and paste the notes, you can get them, but you can tell us the name of the apps again.
Yeah, I will. I'll post those right now. I'm just working on copying and pasting them myself.
Oh, perfect. And so then you all can just cut and paste. And if you click the 3 dots in the corner, it'll say save chat, and you can save the chat. So I make that possible that you can save the chat. There's 3 dots in the corner, or it should be in the corner unless you're on your phone. Now, if you're on your phone, I don't think you can save it. But if you're on a laptop or computer, you can click the 3 dots in the corner and it says save chat. So that's up to you.
Yeah, so they're timing, and let me just put these.
The tracking devices were the Fitbit and the Aura Ring. We typed all that in.
And the Apple Watch, yeah.
And the Apple Watch, of course. Yeah.
Okay, I'll post that right in here.
I know. I looked at the Apple Watch. I need more bling than that. Yeah. Okay, so those are the information. Thank you, Paul. You're amazing and awesome and incredible. Thank you, each and every one of you. I'm going to unmute the Zoom. Please give it up for the extraordinarily awesome, the Superman himself, Paul Croto. Have a great day. Thank you all so much. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Linda.
Thank you,
pleasure.
Paul.
Thank you,
Paul.
Amazing.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
All
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you,
Thank you,
Facebook.
Linda. Thank you,
All of
Andrea.
you guys on
Thank you.
Facebook. Thank you.
Auntie Pat.
Have a great day, everyone.
Lovely. Look at you.
Thank
just
you,
showing
Paul.
out.
That was
Paul.
awesome.
Your time wisely.
Thank you, Paul.
Amen.
Great
Time
information, Paul.
wisely.
Thank
I
you
can
so
tell him how
much.
much you
I changed
out
up on
over
you,
here.
Andrea, this morning.
Thank you. Have a
I
great day,
know,
everyone.
Auntie Pat looking all
Thank
cute.
you.
I like it. I
I
like
know
it.
she's looking lovely.
I
told her
know,
she gonna
right?
make me, she gonna
Thank
make
you,
me put in a
Kirk and
personal
Dia,
call to Bishop up there
Carmen,
in heaven
Siobhan,
and
Michelle
tell her how
Harris,
she out here showing
Lady
out.
Knight, Queen Mary, Watima,
We
Siobhan,
love you, my
Ida.
niece.
I love you too. Looking lovely.
Thank you, ER. Thank you, Deborah. Thanks, superstars. Christine
Yeah,
Robinson.
thank you, LT. You rock, champion. Thank you for all that you do.
Happy healthy hour tonight.
Oh, the
That's
happy healthy
right.
hour. Yes, yes. I sent it out.
Auntie
I'll
Pat be
send it out
keeping us on
again.
point.
Thank you so much
Yes,
for that,
yes.
Auntie Pat.
Thank you,
Yes.
Linda. Thank you,
Thank
Andrea.
you. Thank
You,
you. All
Queen
right.
Mary's in
Thank
the
you,
house.
Beyonce.
Looking lovely
Yes.
with
Have a
your
blessed and
photo.
wonderful day,
Love you all.
superstars.
Have a
Later,
blessed day.
later.
Yes, we love you. Good morning, Michelle. We're so grateful to have all your champions here.
All right, superstars. Have a blessed and wonderful day.
You too.
Later,
Hey,
later.
Transporter out.
All
Later,
right.
later.
Thank you.
Peace.
Later.